In today's video, I'm going to show you another camera technique to really improve your animations, and this one is called the scene introduction. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Eon and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel, the channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation. And if that is you, well, welcome. You are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And again, if you are new to animation and you want to start but you feel it's too daunting, you don't know where to start, or should you start because you don't know where to begin? Well, I've got some great news. I've got a free video training that you can take. It is absolutely free. You can just click on the link in the description box below and you can sign up. And the great thing about this video is you will work alongside with me. You will learn the basics of animation, and by the end of the video you would have created your very own animation and you will know the basics. So that means you can go and create your own animations and continue and grow and learn from there. So this video training is a great starting point if you want to start animating and you have no idea where to begin. This video is, like I've mentioned, a great starting point, so feel free to go and sign up. I can't wait to get you guys going on your animation journey. Now today we'll be looking at the second camera technique that you can use to really improve your animations, and this one I call the three-step scene introduction. Now, this is what I call, this is what I call it. I don't know what the real term is in the industry, but I use this technique. I've learned it. I've seen it on every single movie and TV show and sitcom and animation. And I'm sure after today's video, when you look at TV shows and movies, you're going to see the exact same thing. Now, basically, what is this? Every time you've got a new scene, so let's say, for instance, your first scene is at home and your next scene is at the workplace. So what you do is you want to take your audience from the one to the next. So you want to introduce them to the scene, and you use this normally in 3 steps. So I'm going to show you guys a few examples today of how you incorporate this, and then the last example is actually one from my animations show Super Ian, to show you how I incorporate this. And I use this in all my animations, all the TV shows that I'm involved in or produce. I use this technique. It really helps to it adds to your storytelling. It helps your audience to understand the story and the setting and what is happening in your scene. It just really helps your audience to understand what is going on so much better. So I call this the 3-step scene introduction, and as you can imagine, there are 3 steps in this technique, and you will normally plan out this in your storyboarding. So don't just animate and see how you can do this. Normally plan this in your storyboarding as well. So that is normally where I also plan it, so I know what to animate, the 3 steps, what steps I need to animate or create, if I need scenes or props or whatever. So let us quickly move to my 3 examples. I've got 3 examples here for you. The first one is outside a baseball stadium. Okay, so you can see people are arriving at this baseball stadium. So now the first thing the audience know, okay, this scene is happening at a baseball stadium. Okay, so the next scene you will see is let me just go back here. So the next scene you will see is now inside the audience, so it is 1 step closer. So here you can pan over the crowd, but you want to take your audience now from outside the stadium to inside the stadium. That's your next step. It is a little bit closer. So the first clip you saw only the stadium. The next clip you are now seeing the crowd inside the stadium. You can see people there. It is packed. And then the final step, the 3rd step, is where your storytelling begins, where your dialogue begins, and that is your close-up. So here you can now see it is the characters. You can now see they're very involved in the game. So as you can see, let me go back. The first step is you just show we are now at a baseball stadium. The next step, you take them inside the stadium and you can see it's a packed house and there's a lot of people and you can see the people. It's a little bit closer. And the next step is where your story begins, where your actors or your characters start the story. So here you can see it is a close-up. So as you can see, there are 3 steps. I didn't start directly. If you start your scene directly with this, you don't know what's happening. You don't know where are they. Are they maybe at a school game? You don't know where they are. You don't know what sport it is. It could be cricket, baseball, basketball. It could be so many things. You don't know. So you want to tell your audience a little bit more background of your story, where your characters is. So you want to introduce the scene in 3 steps. That's why I call it my 3-step scene introduction. You want to introduce the scene to your audience. So the next one is here you can see it is a city at night and there's smoke. So now you know it is night, it's at a city and there's smoke. So something must be happening, okay? So as you can see, this is a far shot. Now we're going to take you a little bit closer in your second one. And now you can see there's an ambulance. He's driving through the streets. He's on his way somewhere. somewhere. So you know, okay, it's night, there's smoke, the ambulance are chasing, something is wrong, okay? But as you can see, the first one is quite far, so you can see the city and you see something is wrong. The next one is a little bit closer, you see the ambulance is chasing, you're a little bit closer, and remember the third one is where your story begins. And here you can see the paramedics is helping someone. There was an accident or whatever. You are now on the scene and this is where your story happens. So you don't start your story right here because now you don't know what happened, how serious it is. But now with this you can see, oh man, there's a big smoke. Oh man, the ambulance are chasing. Something seriously has happened. You have set your scene. Your audience now know what to expect. And the last one, now you can tell your story. So that again, I've used the 3 steps to introduce a scene, and it just helps your audience understand your story and your setting and what you want them to know about the scene when the story starts. So in my final example, it is actually from one of my animations that I created. And then the first scene is, okay, now we know it is at a mall. So we know where it's happening. The story is happening at a mall. The next one is closer. So you can see the girl with the blonde hair and the pink streak in the hair. She's coming down the escalator. That's actually the main character. So you can see she's going down the escalator, and then the final one is close up, and there she starts to talk. And so again, I took 3 steps to introduce the story. So if I were to start off with this clip and the story just started, you wouldn't know much about where she is. She could be anywhere. She could be at the market. So you want to introduce the scene to your audience. You want to tell them where it's taking place. You want to set a mood. All of those things. So I call this the 3-step scene introduction technique. It's something that I use, and believe me, now that you know this technique, you're going to see it everywhere. You're going to see it with movies. You're going to see it with sitcoms, animations, everything. For another example, a movie or a TV show about a court case, the first scene will always be the court outside or the building. The next one is inside, where everyone is sitting down and getting ready. And then the third scene is where the judge will slam the hammer and say order or quiet. let the proceedings begin, and then your story starts. So always think of introducing your scenes with this 3 steps. So far, closer, and the third one is close up, and your story begins. That is a great technique. It really, really helps the audience understand your story better, and it helps them just to get the feeling of what you want to try to tell them. It sets the mood of your story so much better. So guys, let me know if you've enjoyed this tip. Are there any other techniques that you use? Let me know. Do you use this technique in your animations? Let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear from you. And remember to hit that subscribe button and also on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And so from me, I will see you guys next week with another video from me. God bless and goodbye.